Hi, I'm Jill McCrory from Leadership Outfitters, and joining me is Steve Swafford, also from Leadership Outfitters. We are so overjoyed today to have with us MaryScott Tuck from the American Moving and Storage Association. Welcome, MaryScott.
Thank you for having me.
Great having you with us. We just finished a wonderful 4-module virtual experience leadership program with AMSA and MaryScott, a group of wonderful leaders that got together over 4 days in segments to do what we had formerly done in a longer period of time face-to-face. So we want to talk about that today and see how that went. Steve?
Yeah, MaryScott, I guess the initial question that we would have for you is, what was that online learning experience and how did it work for your members?
It actually worked remarkably well. We were able to take a 2-day face-to-face seminar and break it into 4 learning webinars where our leadership group was able to meet with each other, meet with the larger group as a whole, but gain what they normally would have gotten during a 2-day workshop over these 4 webinars. And I think it worked very, very well. The feedback we've had from our leaders has been exceptional.
That's great. Were there any surprises with the new format or any aha moments that you took from that?
The biggest aha for me was how well the breakout rooms worked. Normally, when we're in the 2-day seminar, the groups tend to migrate to people that they already know. So you've got the same groups constantly forming. Sure. And what the Zoom format forced them to do was to work with people they wouldn't normally gravitate towards, because the rooms were randomly sorted and each of our leaders was randomly assigned to different rooms for different exercises. They got to work with the entire group instead of staying within their comfort zone.
You know, with that experience, I guess another question that comes up in my mind is how, with the flexibility of Zoom, using whiteboard, polling, those breakout rooms, share screen, it seemed like your folks really adapted really well to that, knowing, how this maybe impact future design. If you do go to an on-the-ground 2-day academy in the future, will it be a hybrid? Will you even offer a virtual platform only? I mean, kind of what's in your mind right now of how it can maybe change moving forward?
I think, and this is warming up my crystal ball right now, that going forward, we will probably do a hybrid. Our course is a 20-week course. The people tend to go through the course individually with the seminar at the end, which is a 2-day kind of wrap up. This is everything that you've learned over the last 20 weeks. I think one thing that we'll begin to insert probably with the next class will be an early on Zoom type conference where they can meet each other. They can begin to understand who Leadership Outfitters is. They'll understand who the AMSA staff is that's there supporting them. And they'll get to know each other rather than coming into the seminar at the end as strangers. They'll come into the seminar as friends and compatriots and know who they're working with.
Nice.
That's great. That's great. We have been working together for over 2 decades. It feels like it's been just yesterday that we started this program. What makes you keep coming back to Leadership Outfitters? What sets us apart? Can you share something in that?
Well, having worked with other groups prior to working with Leadership Outfitters, what we've liked about Leadership Outfitters is how nimble you are. That when we've come up with some crazy ideas, y'all have been willing to say, let's try it. Some have worked phenomenally well, as these Zoom webinars did. Some maybe not quite as well, but we were all able to say, hey, listen, let's take the best of the best. Let's build this incredible course that we've now built over close to 20 years. Let's continue to modify it and to grow it so that the course is continually growing. It's continually being flipped and tweaked just a little bit each year. I think this, because of the current situation nationally, was a major flip, and it's a flip for the positive that we will continue to bring forward into future classes.
Well, MaryScott, we want to be respectful of your time and appreciated your insights. As we kind of wrap up and with just these brief questions, is there anything else that comes to mind that that you'd like to share about this experience, or how this maybe has had a ripple effect in other learning experiences you're going to have at AMSA?
It's definitely beginning to have ripple effects. We are looking at all of our training programs, about half of which we do in person. Is this now a platform that we can use and a format that we can use moving forward to bring our training to a wider audience rather than relying solely on in-person seminars?
Great.
And again, with the success of Leadership Outfitters and y'all being willing to work with us, I think we can look at these programs very seriously and can take it to our industry's leadership and say, this worked exceptionally well in this format. Let's look at moving some of our other programs into these formats as well.
That's great.
Another big aha moment for me.
Thanks so much for being with us. We really enjoyed talking with you, and I'm sure we'll be talking again soon.
Always a pleasure to work with y'all.
Thanks, MaryScott.
All right, thank you.